Okay, let's just start the video. So I've been thinking a lot about third spaces and how I never really had one. Since I was born in 2007 and technically I still am a teenager, but I'm also an adult, it is logical that I didn't really have a third space to go to because that is not a thing that defines Gen Z. Like, we are the generation of the internet, of the iPad, the iPhone. Like, we have been trained to stay online all the time from a really early age, and so that's logical and all. But as I'm getting older, I crave community and third spaces and I actually want to do something about it. So something I found that was quite interesting was the book The Great Good Place, which is by an American author, and it is about third spaces and how they're characterized and all that fun stuff. The first part of the book is available online for free. It's made up out of 3 parts, but well, we just have to cope with the first one, and I'm excited to read it. Apparently, it talks about the way a third space is supposed to feel like a second home and which criteria are there for such places. And as someone who never enjoyed being in the pub or in a bar, it is really difficult to find something nowadays where you can go to with your friends, except the library. That's not really the sense of a third space, you know what I mean? And sometimes I just want to get out of the university setting, and so I thought about what one could do, and I thought about public spaces like, you know, going to the swimming pool, or that's actually the only thing I could come up with. But there's really nothing there that I can think about besides the cafeteria and the library. Like, you could go to the pub, but in the pub you definitely will have to spend a lot of money, and none of us want to do that. So where do you go? Where do you go? There's a little garden, a little public garden. It's not really a park. It's like so teeny tiny, but it's so beautiful. And I've been there only once, and then they locked that thing up and said, we're only gonna let you back in at the end of March, with no real explanation. Actually, I don't know if there has been an explanation. I only read the sign that it's closed till the end of March. Maybe there was an explanation. Okay, so there's no information online whether or not there's a reason for why it's closed. I don't know if they want to do some kind of instructions, but there are no instruction workers there. This video is about third spaces and about going out and having fun and finding and living a little. Like, I have to feel I have been so deprived of life these past years that we have to live way more intensely than we used to. Like, I have to. At least I have to. So we're going out. I just decided that. Okay, so okay, we're going out. We're going out. We have to. Okay, we're gonna go out and check what is written on the sign that I saw. So there's no reason given whatsoever why that thing is closed, which is so weird to me. Can I just close a public garden without explanation? I didn't know that. I thought you had to give an explanation. Okay, anyway, even for now, like, just going out, just when you're walking through the city, having like a small isolated place of greenery, that is beautiful. I think that is a beautiful concept. Why is it closed? How do you even start searching for a third space? Because I really have no idea where I can go. Where do people even go? Just coming together and painting, that would be fun. Does anybody still just go out, go to the pub, talk about ideas, feelings, emotions, plans, hopes, dreams? Like, does anybody still do that? I hope they do. I always thought I might become friends with the people in the city, like the actual adults who know things and who are kind of connected. I thought I could maybe become friends with someone who owns a bookstore or something. That would be so fun. Like, I want to talk to people more, but how do you go about it? I want to spend a year networking before I find an actual third space, you know what I mean? I've heard some things of people saying that they're decreasing and that there are really no third spaces anymore, but there has to be some. Like, I don't want to go to meet in a cafe, I don't have that kind of money. Like, where do you go? The more I think about it, the more I would say I don't even know what community is. I don't have a sense for community. there is actually a meditation session that is like open to everybody, and you can just go there, and it's on Wednesday evenings at 6 p.m., which is really cool. But it is organized kind of from university, but you meet a lot of cool people there, and afterwards you maybe have a tea or a drink, and that is really cool and it's free. But the problem with that is on Wednesday evenings I'm actually booked and I have laboratory work, and sometimes I have to be in the lab till 6 p.m. and it takes me 1 hour to get from the lab to the meditation session, because the lab is in a different city to where I live and where my actual university and all my life is actually centered. So that is kind of unfortunate, which means I can rarely make it on Wednesdays, and that is so sad. But our plans till next week to find community and build third spaces is reach out to officials from the city and ask why the garden is closed, see if we can make it to the meditation session on Wednesday, and read the first part of The Great Good Place. That is all I think I can do in a week for that. I'm actually excited for that. Okay, I'm gonna get back to you and tell you how it went, but that's all for now.